You're
I'm
right.
getting tired of you.
Okay.
I'm getting tired of you.
Go away.
Zaire, I'm doing my laundry.
Noah. Noah.
Okay.
I'm probably getting tired
What's up, y'all? It's me, Guaranteed. How y'all been? Sorry, I'm just now catching up to myself. I spent the week in California and then came back and was just catching up on some holiday stuff, I guess. That was the wrong button. Why they got all these extra buttons all of a sudden? That's stupid. Alright, so I was going to try to do one today and still for one on Wednesday. So it's been a minute since I did a Talk to Me Tuesday, so I figured I would do that. But before that, I wanted to say something. I seen somebody make a post about something about dreams. They got big dreams that's bigger than the city that they're in or the town that they live in or the state or whatever that you feel like the place that you need to get to. Like if I didn't live XYZ, man, I got to be somewhere like New York to get my shit popping. No, you don't. You can be right where you at. Like literally, you all wanted the world to be able to come to you so bad and you all to be so accessible that your dream can literally, you can bring it to you. Soulja Boy did that for y'all. Like quite literally, you bring the dream to you. You put you out there. You're willing to post all your food, what you're doing for your kids, all this Christmas shopping that you're doing, all this small accomplishments, big accomplishments, helping the homeless, whatever. Put your dream out there. Put it out there that you have something, that you have a talent, whether it's a business plan, whether you know how to talk to people, whether you make clothes or whatever. You keep saying you got to get somewhere, bring it to you. Because if you can't manage it by sitting in a comfortable space that you've known your entire life, or at least for the last year or 2 or 6 months, where you feel like you found some ground footing, moving to an unfamiliar place with a big ass dream that you really still don't know exactly what you're doing with yet because it's all still new, you're going to blow it. So maybe you want to bring the dream to you. Maybe the dream is not bigger than the city. Maybe you're dreaming bigger than yourself right now. So maybe you might want to figure out how to bring whatever you can to you to get the ball rolling, to get to wherever you're thinking that this ultimate goal is. Like most people, when they think dream, they think end goal. But it takes a bunch of steps to get to that end space. So bring your dream to you. Start doing whatever little steps it takes to bring it closer. So that way when it's time to go, you're prepared. That's all. Hey, Carl. Sorry, I went on a little rant, but I wasn't trying to be angry or anything with anybody, and I don't think that your dream, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not telling anybody that they don't deserve whatever they feel. I'm just saying that sometimes it's not about physical location as it is mental location. So that's so crazy that the only card that was stuck in the box was time to go. And that's what people be thinking. I got to get out of here. Like if I get away from these people, then all I need to, sometimes it's not about physical location as it is mental location. You have to be mentally all in and secure on your dream before you make the move. Otherwise you're moving and you haven't completely thought it through, felt it through. Yeah, that's why I said that you'll be dreaming bigger than yourself. Your imagination will be bigger than you. That means that all the hard work that you swear that you've put in to get it, you really didn't because all you saw was end goal. It was like you want to go, nothing happens overnight. So it's like I went to sleep and then I woke up famous, right? But you had been, I know, and it seems like those people went to sleep and they woke up famous, but ultimately, if you think about it, those people, they say, how long have you been singing? Oh, I've been singing since I was 4. So maybe they wasn't putting in the work to get signed at that label, technically, to wake up an overnight sensation, but they had been told or felt that they had something at a small age. So they sang everything. They sang commercials, they sang songs, they sang for the church, they sang for whatever. The mall, talent show, whatever you want to call it. They have been working that whole time to get to that very, I went to sleep and then woke up famous because they've been working since they were 4. They love singing since then. So what seems like overnight to us had been 17 years to them. So sometimes it's not about physical location, it's mental location. So don't worry about what somebody else is doing. It's kind of being poised and being able to look out on yourself and not seeing everything so far, but seeing the things you can obtain right now. bringing your dream to you. Because I promise if you get to where you're going and you don't know what you want, it's a bust. Hey, Jazz. I hope you still got your side part because that hurt was cute, honey. Zaire is saying hey.
I was saying hey.
Oh, I'm sorry we didn't come back up to see y'all. It ended up being a mess by the time we got back.
Hi, Mommy.
You want to say hi? Give me 1 second, Charlie. Just trying to ease in.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
That was you playing credit card.
That's me playing cards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can play with a talkie.
I was partly talking.
Mm-hmm.
And then, who is that?
Me.
That's you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say hi. That's me. Like.
Yep, sure is. Will you tell them hi so you can go on?
Hello. Hey, they do not hear me.
They are hearing you. Look, they say hey.
They're not.
They are.
They're not saying hi. I don't hear them.
Oh, well, you can't hear them, but they can hear us.
They can hear us on the phone.
You're going to have to bring her over. Where do you... Babe, what are we doing tomorrow? Is Michaela still right there?
Michaela.
Let me see.
Mama said, what are y'all doing
Carl
tomorrow?
said hello. She says Nova's been asking to see us.
I want to say hi.
You want to say hi? They can hear you saying hey, babe. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They can hear you. What are we doing tomorrow?
Where are you doing, Mother, babe? Do you laugh at me?
I don't think we have anything to do.
Do you want to see? Jess, are you available? What time are you available tomorrow? I was going to
Where
see if
are
you
you
wanted to take
eating?
them to the CC's.
Where are you eating?
Where
are you
Ain't that a pizza
eating?
place? To the word?
CC.
Oh.
Can you get down so I can finish my wife?
Yeah, we can. Oh. What if I wanted to go?
Get down.
What if I
I
wanted to
want to
go?
stay here 40 minutes.
You want to stay here for 40 minutes?
Yeah. I want to watch Space Jam New Legacy.
Come on, you can watch Space Jam right here.
Yeah.
She said anytime after 4 is fine.
No, I'll stay here 40
Stop
minutes.
cutting it close.
I'll stay here 40 minutes.
Are you going to watch Space Jam?
I want to stay here 40 minutes.
So when are you going to watch the Space Jam?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, Jess, we'll work it out.
We working. What are you doing?
Writing down Carl's name.
Her? Why are you wiping her?
What'd you say? Stop. Boy.
Stop, boy.
Lord. Well, it's Talk to Me Tuesday, so
Yeah,
you
I
all
would
get to
do
say what you want, and we'll chat it up. Y'all talk to me. I won't call y'all out today. I'll give y'all a chance to call yourselves out. I'm gonna let you tell me, and then we'll just see where it goes. Okay? We're gonna let y'all tell me. I'm gonna see how y'all feel like y'all need to be helped. That's what I'm doing.
It's only to a
Hey Jay.
Hey Jay.
Oh yeah, my barber, he seen a scorpion on someone. I guess he saw it, in a men's, I want to say like a hair show or maybe like a magazine or something, and he wanted to try it. It's a scorpion. I hope y'all can see it pretty decent.
They can see it.
Jab it. Jab.
So he said he wanted to try it, so I tried it. Look, Jay says, hey Zaza, I told you they saying hi, you just can't read.
I can't hear them.
You can't hear them.
I wish she stopped saying hi. She's crying. She's crying. She's crying. She's crying. Huh? She's crying.
Yeah, he was the one that did the hearts, and then he did this really nice butterfly. He just did this.
Me?
I don't know. I told him he keeps wanting me to have him on his toes every week. But this one I didn't request. I requested a spider because my son likes bugs. So
I don't
You
like
like
no
bugs?
bugs.
that's what he said. And now you change your mind. What do you want me to get cut in my hair?
Like
next
a
time.
bug.
That's what I'm saying, like a bug. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely tell him what you said. Shoot. Carl, we're starting with you. Hey, that's what I'm trying to told you now. You won't be able to be right here if you can't keep it quiet. You have to be able to keep it quiet to keep it here. Keep it quiet, keep it here. Keep it loud, keep it going. What you gonna do? Gonna keep it quiet? You gonna keep it right here?
I don't know.
Or you gonna keep it loud and move on over?
I don't know.
Okay, well, pick a side. Okay, Carl, we starting with you. I don't know what it is about you, but you keep saying you starting over, but part of you don't know exactly what makes you happy. You got the happy card in the reverse, but you got the rejuvenation card in the upright and this new life. So it's like I'm trying to step out into something, but like you're asking yourself, what exactly do you want, or how do you want to present? You keep saying you don't know what makes you happy. It's like, you know what you want to do, but when it comes to like a person or the people that you want around you, as far as like family wise or lover wise or just ultimately friendship wise or just something, like when you feel something close like that, you keep saying, I don't know exactly what that looks like. Like, what does that look like for me? And I think that the question that you're looking for to ask really is, what do you want out of yourself? Like, if you could be your best absolute version of yourself, if you could cut your bad habits, step up on these things, learn more of the things that you said that you wanted to, experience more of, you know, X, Y, whatever. It's like, if you could be the best version of yourself, I think ultimately that's what the rebuild is. If you're saying you're trying things new, so you keep saying every time I'm starting new, then I just kind of slip back into old patterns because nothing really kind of feels good because you don't know exactly what that is yet. But if you could be the best version of yourself, what does that look like? What does that feel like to you? You know, like what is it that you would be offering and how? Why and to whom? Ultimately, what is it that you want to pull out of yourself that you say, hey, dude, I came this far, I did this. You know, I quit doing this, I let go of this, I brought in these people, this type of relationships, this type of girl, this type of whatever. And it's kind of like, what am I, you know, like, but what did all that look like? Who is it all going towards? Who's it going to be for? But it was ultimately because I figured out who I was. So I think this it's like figuring out who you are, but it's your grandfather keeps saying, you know what you need to do to step into something new, you just won't. You keep thinking that it's going to be worse than it is, and it's not. And he keeps saying, I won't say exactly what I'm talking about, but you know.
I'll pick it up.
Everything you want is on the other side of that. Okay. Don't. Get on.
What he do?
About to step on my water.
Mama, stop putting my hand up.
Yeah. You got observer, poised, by the book, all that glitters, and then flexible. And then on the other side, you got to be fair. So I don't know what the other side of your story tells. But on this side, it says to be, like you watch like being kind and like letting people do what they want or thinking that they doing you how they want. And this is professional and personal relationships. You sat back, you watched that stuff, you played things by the book, you did people the way that you would have wanted to be done, not dirty like some people did you in XYZ. And I'm not saying that you've been the nice guy the whole time in every situation, but in a lot of situations, I know being a fellow Cancer myself, 9 times out of 10, you more than likely very much overextended yourself. Then you got Then you got popular. Then you realize that all that glitter wasn't gold. Everybody that thought that they looked like a certain XYZ or that was gonna be a XYZ didn't turn out to be just that. That's kind of weird, and that kind of upset you. It's like, bro, it was like I got XYZ status to party from here to freaking so and so. Like, bro, but this life is not what this type of people, this person, this stuff is not what you think it is, and then it becomes hard to kind of find a balance in it, and so you think where you're lying flexible in a thing, like back and forth, like I can play both of these, I can do this and still do this. You can't. It's hard to build on something like that. It leaves you in a same cycle doing something like that. And then living between worlds like that can be anything but chaotic. And so while you keep thinking that nothing makes you happy, there's no land of milk and There's no land of, I'm sorry, it wasn't in the reverse. There's no land of milk and honey. There's no person that's sitting, waiting out there, wherever. Right? Your dream.
Mama,
Somebody keeps saying, but I keep telling you that it is.
Mommy,
The fates, the gods,
color
the universe.
real quick.
You want to what?
I want to color something real quick.
You want to color something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Ask Michaela for my other notebook and you can draw a note. It's a pen backer or some markers or whatever.
There's no marker.
He keeps saying, you know what you need to do? Come to the edge. This is you. Come to the edge. I can help you create. You already know it. And if you keep saying that you don't know it and sleeping on yourself, why would anybody give you a second to breathe, to gift you of anything that you say that you want, when you're not willing to go the distance and ask to do what we're asking just to get it? You keep saying you're on the clock, right? You keep saying, when is it going to be my time? When's it going to be my time to be blessed, right? Every single time you think it's coming for you, you find out that it's not for you. Newsflash, here's a message. Message in the bottle, here's a message. You overthinking it. What you're working hard at is something that's always going to be unfinished. The soulmate thing, this family that you're looking to pull around you, these close-knit things that aren't under the table, shady, backstabbing, whatevers. You want nothing but the utmost. The mending that you need to do is with you. You gotta learn self-trust, self-forgiving. It's like detoxing, letting go of so many things. So many things, whether you do that in the form of writing or actually detoxing, whether you quit drinking for maybe like 10 days, or flush your system on just saying if you do choose to keep drinking or eating poor or not working out the way you said you was going to. It's like incorporating those things that you said that you wanted to kind of let go of, kind of detox on some things. Cut out some foods, cut out some beverages, cut out some, you know what I mean? People, places, those kinds of things. There's happiness somewhere for you. You won't always be feeling like you're standing alone trying to figure out which way to go, this fork in the road card. You won't always be feeling like that. Things do change. The story does change because you got never ending story in the reverse. The story does change. It can change. It can change right here, right now. You know what you got to do. And when you say that it's time to go on the way that you've been doing things, that's where the peace lies. Because then you keep thinking this is going to be the hard part, to clean it up. But that's what I'm telling you. That's when you meet the people that you wanted to be the soulmates and they rally around you. That's when the community rally around you. Just when you think you need to figure out a way to get out of there. When people say, and that's when God showed me. That's when you showed you. Your higher power, that's you. That's when you showed you how loyal you could be to yourself. Which means that anybody that came to you in this community card that came up, they were only genuinely offering a genuine leg up. You trusted yourself to build a trustful family around you. It's not going to be as hard as you think. That's what they keep telling me it's not going to be as hard as you think. Well, not they, he keeps saying it's not going to be as hard as you think. It's just not. Hey everybody. Oh, there you are. Out of all these cards I just pulled back right again. Carl, here you are. And then here you are again at the bottom of the deck. You was the bottom card and the top card. Trust yourself, man. I told you, sometimes it's not about physically leaving. Sometimes your dream is not somewhere else. You got to bring it to you. You have to trust it up here. Here. And if you don't feel like that you can just fall back on the bed without catching yourself, my son did that earlier. And we were falling back. We were doing trust falls. And he wasn't trusting me. He was just trusting himself. Wasn't nothing up underneath him but the bed. He should have trusted it. How is he going to hurt himself? He's been jumping up, flopping down, all kind of crazy stuff. I've been asking him to stop for the last 20 minutes on my bed. But when I fell back on the bed, I did the stop. And he wanted to fall back, but he never trusted himself without bending and then like going back to go back. He never just fell back, even though he had already been doing it. But when I brought awareness to just fall back, he couldn't trust himself. That's you. Trust yourself to be superstar. Trust yourself. Mary Kathleen Gallagher. Some of y'all need to go back and watch some of those movies that we used to watch. Because you keep thinking you won't have the people around you to help you clean up whatever you felt like you did. But as flexible as you were with you, before you get out of there, they want to show you that they can be there. Before you do something, they want you to be the best version of yourself when you get there. That's all. Hey. No problem. I don't know. That's why I keep asking what you want. I keep asking, what do y'all want for them? What do y'all want for them? Nobody say nothing.
Because I don't know.
Okay, but then how am I supposed to know? Danica, I can't remember what I be calling you, but between the two, honey, I seen a picture of Yola baby. Too cute. Too cute. Too cute for me. I couldn't take it. What are you gonna eat, girl? Well, you need to figure something out. Jasmine. Okay, your car just jumped right out. Flip them over. This side, this side. She like to do things backwards. Okay, well, let's do it backwards. Okay. Jasmine, you're doing the same thing. That's funny. Jasmine, easily. You're doing the same thing, just in the reverse. You keep getting the new start, like, and knowing, like, you know the moment. You feel the moment, you can call them out, and then you decide that your dream is bigger than you. And then when everything seems like it's going right and it's kind of slowing down and you know what you're doing, it seems like something, then you start doing this. Well, why is this? And then why is that? So then when you start backpedaling on yourself, when you stop being in the right here, right now, your never ending story, which you can end the cycle, that change in the wind that comes that you brought up on yourself, this here, where you know that, like it said up here, that the fates was giving you a leg up. They asked you to be loyal, like Carl was asked to be loyal, that fork in the road. But it's to you, and then you always leave yourself out hanging. I don't get that. You leave yourself out hanging, and then you keep saying that it was supposed to be this, and then you'll keep telling yourself that it is. It's like you'll hit the snooze on red signs, red flags, and you keep saying, I'm supposed to be. This co-create, I'm supposed to be. But when you were supposed to jump, you didn't. And you keep saying, well, I guess this is my new whatever. It doesn't have to be. Because it's not what you were working towards. You were mending towards you. Truth be told. People, places, and situations just happen to get in the way, and then for some reason you kind of take them on. Somebody's saying, truth be told, you keep leaving you for... This Yang card keeps showing up in the reverse for you. Because I seen it when I was shuffling and it was in the reverse. And it's like you keep leaving you for somebody that shows you that they not really somebody. But it's like you didn't think about it. But you knew it. You knew that it wasn't for you. You knew that's not what somebody would send. You knew that it's not your time. You knew that what you were working towards was more so for you. How people always say you can't, what is it? When you find you, then I guess you find, your folk. But you keep thinking that peace comes with people. It don't. It comes from you. Nobody can help you find it, I promise you. It took me a very long time to be comfortable with myself. Not in a sexual sense, just in a me sense. I think different. I move different. I feel different. And then now I got this gift, and that's nothing but more different and crazy. It's been as weird as I've been my whole life. So, yeah, it took me a long time to be comfortable with weird, especially when weird don't get blessed like that. And when it does, you literally got to exploit yourself to be paid, is what I will call it. Because you don't get accepted still. You get exploited, you get embarrassed, you get a lot of things, but it's definitely not accepted. It's definitely not genuine love. Because the second that your weird stops being in style for anybody, you're not paid. And none of those people are around the same as God. Jay, you wrote a message. I didn't read it. Okay, let's see. Dang, I didn't even brush my hair. I'm messing. My hair looks crazy. I seen it. I know. I seen it. I noticed that. I'm happy that you said that because I thought that I was crazy. I'm like, hold on. Because one day I was doing a live and everybody's, their messages were disappearing. And I was like, oh my God. I couldn't keep up with the things. I think I ended up ending the live and seeing if I can go back to figure it out. It was rough.
What happened? What happened?
They start expiring comments, so if it's been sitting up there XYZ, then they take it away.
Oh, I got the border done.
Jay, what I got for you is that you're no longer sitting between worlds. You're no longer worried about so much as like the glitter that shines. You're not worried about that part. But somebody is also saying you don't know how to be comfortable not wanting that either. You keep overthinking things. Like, is this doing too much? It's like it's a over question. It's a overthink. It's a overthink on everything. And I don't know. Somebody's talking about you're refusing to clean up. You're not mending something. Who'd you get into it with recently? Where it was like, felt like a me or you kind of thing. And it was like, and if I gotta be on my own and start over, then I kind of will. Who did you get into it with? Michaela, Jay is saying, hey. You're gonna find the same. I'm not gonna put your business out there, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. Who'd you get into it with? You need to figure something out, and you know it. You need to figure something out, and you know it. It's okay to end things. It is not okay to be vicious. You're saying harsh, and that's an understatement, is what I'm hearing. Like, hella understatement. And it's not even so much for the things that they heard you say, it's for the things that they did not hear you say. That is unacceptable. That slick of the tongue is why that water stopped flowing, that communication, that you literally need saliva in your mouth in order to be able to form a word. Remember that water that we talked about, you wonder how it stopped flowing? It's cutting off harshly and then never speaking again. So nothing is flowing. So be careful. Be careful with that tongue because it is sharp. It could be a blessing and a curse, so don't forget that. That's what you got. Right here, right now. It could be a blessing or a curse. Don't. Hey. Brittany Duncan. It's not, I don't know. Look, I don't know the situation. Whatever. All I'm picking up on is that you, not even so much as that you were wrong. It's just the way to say what you said respectfully. And you know that. That's all I know. Don't let all your hard work make you not be able to end your cycle. You got the hardwood, the chopped wood, and the orphan cart. Don't let all your hard work be for nothing. Don't let it leave you stuck. Because everybody else got this never-ending story in the reverse. That's how you want to have it. So, you just might want to be careful, that's all. Because you'll get to a space to where you feel like you don't know which way you can go. And it's because your mouth. Yeah. Yep. Brittany Duncan. Right? Yeah. Brittany Collins is up in her. B. Duncan. I said B. Duncan. Hey, Kevin.
What chips? What chips? What chips? What chips, yeah?
Those right next to you.
These?
Do those look like chips? You know what I'm talking about.
These? Why? Why you can't use?
You know what? Forget it.
Put it. Get it, ball. Okay, I will share.
Nope. You already got some.
What is with everybody thinking that something is somewhere else? Brittany, I don't know if you caught the beginning of my live. Brittany Collins. So, I'm going to tell you because this is exactly what your reading is saying. Exactly what I said at the beginning of my live. People keep thinking that their dreams are somewhere else. It's like, man, I need to be here. I need to do this. Or, if I had this or if I had that. You need to bring it to you. Trust yourself to bring it to you first. If somebody showed up at your doorstep right now with everything that you needed to make your dream come true, you would still freak out. You wouldn't know where to start. You know why? Because you haven't started. Today's little thing was about dreams. And when that was what the top of my thing was. That's That's what you are. You're dreaming of a new life, and then it's like, but you don't see. If you can't live for the right here, right now, if you can't shake the fears and stuff that you have right now in the day-to-day, how would you get something grand and then take on bigger fears if you can't handle your small ones right now? Dreaming is not about physical location. It's about mental. You're still when you're asleep, for crying out loud. Most people who you catch them daydreaming, they be sitting there drifted off. Daydreaming, but they're still in the dream, like literally not moving in it. So sometimes dreaming is not about physical location, getting somewhere, getting to something. It's about bringing it to you. Making sure that you're ready for it. That you've let go of little bitty small fears so the small ones don't turn into even bigger ones that make you blow your dream. That way you don't feel like you're dreaming outside of yourself and then you don't trust anybody to help you. Because right now, Brittany, you know that your trust only goes so far. So who would you even share this stuff with, truth be told? If you had your dream. You're still building those things. So let's do small things first. We're still building trust in ourselves to make sure that we can trust ourselves with our dream. Did you ever think that sometimes you don't trust yourself with something as beautiful as whatever you say that you deserve is because you don't trust yourself with it? Like, they hand it to me, I'll fuck around and fuck it up. I probably have to get my sister to help. No, why would your sister need to help you with some shit that she don't know where you've been dreaming about it in your head for years? You know why it's so hard to put into words? Because what you dream, nobody else has ever seen. So that means every single little Sky, let me put this on. Sky, put on Space Jam. That means that every single little bitty detail, you would never be able to get it right. You would never be able to articulate it right. Whether you drew it with a picture, 1,000 words, you put it on screen, a live play, I don't give a damn what it was. You got to be able to trust you first. I promise. Wouldn't lie. They say we wouldn't lie. The fates. Your folks, your people who is looking out, they keep saying we wouldn't steer you wrong. Stop freaking out. You all are not. You hear my son? He said stop freaking out. We got Javala. And then Quenisha, Nika, Brittany Duncan, and then Kevin. Y'all are so silly. Oh. Here we go. Javala. Why do you keep saying... Somebody saying you keep saying no to everything. You be like, it's time. It's time for me to go. I don't like it. No, I don't want it. I don't even want to try it. I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. It's like, why is everything not for you? What is this book you writing? Is what's being asked by your grandparents. What is this book you writing? And how elegant do you have to be? How together does somebody have to be in order to even anything? If it is on the flow. Pick it up.
She's laughing. She's laughing.
She is laughing.
She's laughing.
Okay, go ahead. She's putting your movie in. How perfect do you have to be to get in there? Especially if you're still working on things for yourself. You literally keep saying no to everything. It's the book that you're writing right now. You're in the chat. Everybody's writing a new something on themselves. You're writing a new something on yourself. This is a new chapter of you. You're learning something new about yourselves. You're exposing yourselves, right? You're walking out into the old, into the new. What do you want to say? The truth be told card is in the reverse. You keep saying everything is not for you, but how do you know if all you keep doing is running? You keep changing everything to run from everything. You keep saying, if I change this, then this will be this. Or if I change that, then that'll be, then I'll try this more. I'll do more of this and I'll do more of that. Everything that you swore that if you change, you would do more of, you haven't done more of. You've changed some things. I won't lie. You've done a little bit. But to keep pushing, to keep trying to push in yourself personally, the way that you say that you was, you don't. You go harder on them kids to make sure that they don't, what, draw up in themselves? Not to be scared. If you left the old you back there, what does this one want to say?
Boring lives. But if my team wins, you all get to stay with me.
If you're saying this is what it takes to be around me, this is who I am, this is who I'm putting out there, who is it? What's the truth? What are the pieces of this old you that you left behind that you're willing to say, this is me?
And I almost forgot. All of the tunes will be deleted, so
Because like I told you all, you're more than, before you became somebody's mama, Javala, you are 1,000 things. You had 1,000,000 dreams. I've known you literally probably more than half my life. I think I met you when I was 4th or 5th grade. So that makes me between the ages of like 9 and 11. 9 and 10, or 8 and 10 rather. And so it's like, I've literally known you more than half my life. I've seen you do amazing things. Not just, and I'm gonna say, and when I say with your body, I mean as far as you were dance team, track team, step team, cheerleading, like those things. Not only with your body, with your voice, with your hands, with your kindness. You were, I don't know, probably one of my most favorite friends that Keisha had. Not only did you all give each other space to confide in being a dark-skinned girl. But I don't know, it just, you are always super kind to me and Precious. Keisha never could really brush us off with you because you were always like, hey, what's up, y'all? Like, you were always open and inviting. Even when I hadn't seen you in forever, and then we ended up being basically neighbors for, a couple years. Like, that was awesome. And I could tell for you, that felt awesome. It felt good to see real good familiar faces of like then, because most people don't know people that they knew back then, especially for them to still be the same people and look the same. Regardless of however you feel like you look, Javala, you've always been probably one of the most beautiful people that I've ever known. Like, your face ain't changed, and you can go back and look at pictures and admit that to yourself. What is it that you say is making you you now? Who do you want to be? What are you presenting? What are you putting out to call in? Why are you afraid to do that?
everyone in here is in danger.
Oh, Dad, why you gotta make everything so serious?
This is serious. Boy, LG, he's a bad dude. He's using your game to trap everyone in here.
He's not bad. He's just sad because he worked so hard. No one pays attention.
Yeah. So why won't you call that in for yourself? It's nobody is ever too old to do anything. I promise you. What's homegirl's name? Florence from the Jeffersons. Where she got her break when she was like 40 plus. The lady that the older lady that played down in the window, she got her break around then too. She was in like little knick-knack roles, but nothing that like really landed, that really hit where she left her mark. Like, they didn't have that. It's never too late. So I don't care what it is. But you have to know what you're putting out there, and it's not about everything about who you used to be, it's who you want to be right now. Not fake stuff. Things that you really, feel like that you're called to do, or things that you feel like you're stepped into right now, or that's calling you. I don't know. Just whatever it is, be honest with yourself. Don't just go with it just because somebody is saying it, but don't just say it's not for you because you're afraid to try it either. That's cheating. I got you, Sharita. Quenisha, you got higher power and the fates card in the reverse. And somebody keeps saying you want to tune out our voice so bad. Your grandfather, he keeps saying you want to tune out my voice so bad because you keep thinking that you know what's best for you. But I'm telling you where your blessing lies, and you won't breathe or slow down enough to get it. So if you would rather remain frustrated and keep thinking that you gotta leave to get outside of yourself, this person is leaving. Basically, they're running from themselves. There's a person in the cloud up here from whoever you feel like is what. From wherever you feel like if you go somewhere, or wherever you feel like you're going to look for whomever this person is. But I keep telling you all, for people who are looking for folks, like as in love, if you're looking for a masculine, you have to be your masculine. So whatever you dream a man to be, you need to be that. And I don't mean in a I'm a bodybuilder, I'm crushing this, and I'm 6 feet tall kind of way. It's like if you want a dude that could, because there's plenty of dudes out here that don't know how to change tires. Trust you me, I know. But if you can't change one either, what the fuck does it matter that he can't? If you can't cook, it don't matter that he can't, because you was already ordering out. Going over somebody else's house to eat, going to buy some food. So it's like, whatever it is that you keep thinking that you need to change to be, you just need to be that in order to get that. So whatever you're putting out, you're going to get in. And that's in a friendship, that's in a relationship, that's in jobs. That's with, if you got kids, that's with your parents, that's with anything. Whatever you're putting out, you're going to get. I don't know. So many people make the mistake of saying people just keep overlooking me. But in all honesty, with some of the things that you say about yourself, it sounds like you would overlook you too. So what would you be expecting the next person to bring you? Why would they have to bring you something when you wouldn't want to give it to you? That's not fair. Be careful about some of the things you say to yourself, Quenisha. That's not safe. I don't want to keep going because I feel like I'm invading your personal space. That's, I don't want to, I don't know. Nika, you too are trying to wrap up a cycle. You got the never-ending story and the upright, as well as the breathe card, because somebody is saying your cycle is almost over. Even though you can't see it, you're not standing in the right here, right now, to see that it's wrapping its way up for you to get some clarity that you've already run as far as you're supposed to run on this thing. You keep saying I don't know exactly how you're feeling, but something feels off, and you keep saying something gotta shake, something gotta change. You need something new, something's gotta move. You're coming to an ending. This thing isn't just running in a circle for you. It's wrapping up. Somebody is saying leave it at that. Okay, I'll leave it at that. You're looking for a new something. It's about to happen for you, I promise. Somebody is saying you're going back to something. You're going back to something. So whatever it is that you used to do, you're going back to that. Brittany Duncan, you got message in the bottle, chaos and conflict in the reverse, and deep knowing. What are you holding back from saying? Yeah, you got co-create, and then you in the reverse. You're holding back from saying something because you don't want it to cause a ruckus, because you know when it comes back, that message in the bottle, you know when it comes back, it's going to be and you keep feeling like it's going to blow your chances with something. On how you're being seen, this community card is like for who you are. But whatever you're hiding from saying definitely needs to be said. So you might want to figure out how you're going to say it. And you're running out of time to do that shit. You're running out of time. Yeah, Brittany. You gonna fuck around and get stuck in a cycle. This is a test. If y'all want to know when y'all test is coming, this is it. B. Duncan, do not fail this test. Say what needs to be said. Please say what needs to be said. It's a test. Don't fail it. People want to keep saying if you're going to keep biting your tongue and being kind. Say what needs to be said. Yeah.
Oh, it's daytime.
Thank you. Somebody is Brittany B. Duncan. Somebody is saying you would never imagine what weight is lifted the first time that you actually say what needs to be said, like in a small way, and then when you can just, and then it just starts being said, like the shit that needs to be said. It becomes a part of your everyday life, like in a not I let it build up kind of way. So I ended up blah blah blah. That's what they don't want you to do. That's the test. Do you not let it build up and then say what needs to be said, or do you get stuck in the cycle? Are you jumping out? Are you staying in? You jumping out? Are you staying in? What you doing? What you doing? B. Duncan. Somebody said, and we testing you small, so you should be happy. Ooh, what attitude? Sound like the lady from Bebe's Kids when she was like, and here's some lotion for your ashy ankles. That should make it even easier. Okay, Kevin is next. Don't let it build up. Just say it. That's the test. Are you able to speak on things when they matter to you? Hey, man, I know I didn't say anything the other day. I just needed a second to sit with it. But, hey, that shit you said, I didn't, like, what did you, even if you're asking for clarification, like, what did you mean by that? Because I want to make sure before I jump to conclusions, like, I don't want to be angry if maybe I just misheard you or something of the such, but say something. Or if you heard it for exactly what it was, speak on it. Hey, what you said the other day, not cool. I know I should have said something the other day and I was going to try to let it slap, but it don't sit well. I tried to. Nah, it's not going to happen. Either way, you got to pick a side. You need to choose you, though. Remember, you free to love whoever you want, and you can be fair, right? But when you choose loyalty, if you choose them over you, then I don't see the fairness in that. Say it. Don't let it build up. S. Lynn. Okay, we got Kevin. I guess today is like about dreams, and then I'm just pulling energy. It's Talk to Me Tuesday, so I guess I'm just pulling for what you got going right now. Kevin, have you done what we talked about? Have you done anything of what we talked about? Because, Kevin, I just talked to you. Here we go. Back to this loyalty. Remember, y'all, if it's not to yourself, all it does is cause chaos. Because you got this nap card. This Come to the Edge, Treasure Island, Change of Wind, and the Deep Knowing in reverse. So have you done anything of what we talked about since the last time I talked to you? Don't say yes and no, Kevin. Don't yes and no me. I'm not a yes and no kind of person. I'm a yes or no kind of person. So what's the unfinished part? What did you not, what do we not, when is it? Something's off about it. What? Something's not right. When you going? When you going? Where you going?
But I believe in you guys, okay? Their eyes, four hearts can't lose. You hear me? Their eyes, four hearts can't lose. Say it with me.
Somebody is saying yes, but no. I don't get a yes, no. I don't get this yes, but no. Me and you gonna have to talk. That's why I say yes, but no. March. In March, is in January, February, March, April, May?
We're down 1,000 points.
January, February, March. Yes, I know. To like January, February, March.
Show this whole time. The best over here getting it wrong, MJ. Ray's out here having a martini at halftime, and Dad might as well be playing for the other team.
Yeah. If it's March, I get why they said you.
Coach all at the same time. What y'all doing?
That wasn't what we was talking about. We was talking about a mental, physical, emotional break for the right here, right now. Not just long term. For the right here, right now. And you know that. That's why they said you ain't done nothing that I had. I'm gonna have to talk to you too, Kevin. I'm gonna have to call you, get on you. Sharita, what you got going?
Yeah, I got it.
You had an emergency. Okay. Okay. Well, we gonna have to talk. Sharita, what you got going? Oh, Lord, Sharita, now you done popped up on my screen now. Now they telling me I got to change car. Don't be sorry, Kevin. Now, Sharita, what you done? They done made me change my car. What? Why does this card keep wanting to come out? Congratulations, Sharita. Somebody said finally. Congratulations, Sharita. This cosmic flower and this magic is going to pop out in a minute on this thing, but then I didn't let it come out because I didn't like the way the cards felt in my hands, but I'm shuffling and they just came right back out. Anyway, so, boom. You got Cosmic Flower, which is 18. That's the number 9. Says the frequency of the Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place that we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And then along with that, you got the Magic card. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment and move towards possibilities and expressions that are grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. Congratulations. Somebody is saying you literally have jumped on, you switched places on this journey. You switched ships. Like you've taken the driver's seat on it. You don't feel like you're running with the pack. You found your path. So where everybody was like, if it's baggage claim and everybody is standing right there, you are no longer standing there. You literally claimed your bag, and now you've started. So congratulations. But look, I thought I was gonna have to cuss you out, and then look at me now. I apologize. So it says Tantric Journey. Don't be laughing at me. It says the frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and within one another. So congratulations, the fact that you've headed out on this thing, that you're trying to see what's going to come from it, to activate a safe space in you. That way you're able to put yourself out there and meet other people while doing it. That's beautiful. Like set other foundations, set other relationships. The bottom of this was Mirabecca. It says the frequency of Mirabecca supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse to other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well as merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. So somebody keeps saying, pay attention to your dreams. Not so much as you can see things, you know, how they're forming now, because you got the miracle card in the reverse, as well as the alchemy card up underneath that in the reverse, but you got the perception card in the upright, and then there I am. Just to tell you that everything is okay, and then it's gonna profit something. You just have to follow your passion, but that is gonna birth the passion. You just can't see how it's coming together. You see all the purple and all the orange in there, your vision and your passion, but you don't see how it's coming together. They're working hand in hand. You just don't see how it's coming together. But you will, I promise. Because here you are. And I'm here to tell you that it's going to be something, even though you don't know exactly what none of that is yet. You just got to remember to trust me. And remember to trust you. This is who you was. The emergence and the remembrance. You've got emergence. It says the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude and the innocence and wonderment, and watch it celebrate the beauty and watch to celebrate the beauty that it unfolds from that space. You also got remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with the valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So just trust who you said that you were, or who you wanted to be, or who you say you can be. Just remember that. You're really doing it, though. You're really stepped on the path. You're really found your own. Like, you're really about to see some things change. Congratulations. Like, on some real shit. Hey, Nay. Hey, Tanya.
Everyone really getting behind the Toon Squad. You know, sir, it's about time. Coming off the bench now for the Toons, Wile E. Coyote.
Next, we got Rose. You got, the first card that you got is Allowance. You got it in the reverse. I just had to flip it over because I'm about to read it. But then I'm going to leave it in the reverse for a second. Okay. Something about you keep questioning it. You don't, it wouldn't matter how, it's almost like it doesn't matter what I say. You still need confirmation on confirmation on confirmation. And it's not my job to tell you to believe in you. I don't know how to make that happen. I gave you the message from up front, and you haven't worked on really anything that we talked about. You got allowance in the reverse. It says, the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in this wondrous dance of existence and expansion. That's where I told you that it comes from. That's me. I'm Gaia. That's where I told you that the magic comes in. And you said I do. I question everything. You hold on and think, so, well, what is it? And it's like you give great advice, but you don't take great advice. You don't allow. That authority with you, it doesn't run both ways. So when it comes to you trusting you, it's almost like you don't comprehend the language that you speak. It's like you use your voice for power, and that's great, and it's healing to everybody but you. See, here you are. Healing in the reverse, but here you are. It's almost like people know you better than you do. It's kind of weird. It's like the energy that you put out there for yourself. You can't birth anything for others. You can't birth anything with it for yourself. You question everything. You're scared of everything. That's what I told you when I met you. And you was like, I'm not scared of anything. Oh, I promise you are. We all are. We're scared of being ourselves more than anything. That's why you won't let what you do for other people heal you. Emotionally, mentally, financially, whateverly that you're looking for, you won't allow it to happen. I don't know what you want me to do with that. So nothing that I tell you in a next reading would be, I don't know if it would make a difference, is all I'm saying. You got S-Lyn next. S-Lyn keeps saying you don't really know what makes you happy. You got Divine Feminine and then the Delight in the reverse. Delight supports our capability to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others. You keep saying you don't know what makes you happy. Newsflash. Whatever you're trying to bring in, you have to allow it. You got change in the reverse, but the third eye, and then integration, and then allowance. Whatever change you're trying to do, you have to allow it. You're not allowing it. Here you are. So what you stand on, who you stand for, your solar plexus chakra. The frequency of solar plexus chakra is the yellow flower of life. It supports our sense of self, our personal self, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what we contribute as a whole. If you don't know what makes you happy, how you know what you're putting out? There's no healing in that. So everything that you're thinking that you're healing, this was in the reverse. It can't birth anything from it because it's coming from an unhealed space. So nothing seems like it's actually coming together, or that it's standing on anything powerful. The empowerment card in the reverse, or that it's standing on anything powerful, because it's almost like you can't hear yourself either. That's why I keep telling y'all to go into these open fields, or if you do anything where you if you write or you sing or whatever, or you dance or whatever, get out and do that shit in the open, in your neighborhood. These people have seen you checking your mail enough times. They see you coming and going to your car. Go outside and dance. Who would care? Be extremely vocal. Put in your headphones and say your poem out loud. Sing lyrics to your favorite song out loud. Who cares? Hear your voice. Because if you don't, then you don't know what you want or how you sound. The voices that you hear, somebody else is telling you that you either don't deserve it or you don't know how to get it. You got 1,000 years of somebody telling you what should make you happy. Girl, you got this, that should make you happy. Girl, you got a good paying job. That man is nice and she's nice and he done this and you done did that and your parents got this and your mama did that and your grandparents done left you this and all this extra shit. Nobody give a fuck about none of that, bro. I'm not happy. Don't none of this shit make me mad. All of this shit is shit that somebody done handed me, or somebody that told me that I deserved, or it just came to me by whatever. And what? Get your voice out. Like literally. Sometimes it's about finding your voice. That's why you don't know what makes you happy. It's like, I rap and I sing and I write, but if you, what genre of music? What do you want to say? Are you trying to keep up with these times, or are you talking about something different? Are you afraid that you're something different that you want to talk about won't be received? So when you're speaking, it's not as confident. Do you sound like you? Do you sound like you're believing the things that you're putting on these tracks? Because a lot of people think that they are, but then they really don't. That's why a lot of this music don't be really going nowhere. So sometimes it's about knowing exactly who you are and how you sound, because it sounds like right now you can't hear yourself. Your passion is there. You know what you wanted to do. You know what you're putting out there. I give you that. There I am. I give you that. But if you don't know how to bring in this and this romantic love, that's in, like I say, that love is in areas of everywhere. That's business, that's personal, that's family, that's whatever. That's in all of that. This authority, if you can't take it, it doesn't mean anything. That without that discernment, you can't take authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and yet realize that it is receptive, wise, and loving. So in order to give it, you got to be able to, in order to get it, you got to be able to give it. And I know that you think that I said that backwards, but I didn't. You have to be able to give it. It's not just enough to have the passion to think that you can stand out there and run with, I'm totally who I am. It doesn't sound like you know who you want to put out there, because these cards were in the reverse. As well as you showed up in the reverse. It's like a lot of things keep changing and you keep changing, which is cool. But who are you? Something about it's not about being tough. It's just about being joyful. I don't say happy. I don't tell people to look for happiness. I tell them to look for joy. Your happiness can be snatched. Yeah. Somebody's asking, what are you standing on?
You two are a joke. You know that?
Yep.
You got something to say?
Your heart chakra and your throat chakra are not on one accord.
I'm not about that.
Yeah. It's not always about being tough. You got to be compassionate. Your compassion, there it goes again. Again, and it was in the reverse. You have to be compassionate. It's not about that. That's where the joy lies. It lies in the compassion, because if you can give it to others, you got to be able to give it back to yourself, and to be that tender and that loving with yourself. Heck yeah, your music can be received. It'll go on for forever. Your words will be received. It can go on literally forever. It will forever bring people together. But you have to allow things to happen without fear, without resistance, without judgment, without all that, without all those things, because there you are in the reverse. You gotta allow those things to happen. Be kind to yourself quickly. If you can do anything, can you let that happen? Can we bring that in? Can we allow ourselves to be kind to ourselves? That's a joyful situation too. Sometimes it's not about running out and getting your hair and nails done. That's self-pampering. That's not always the kind of things that we say to ourselves. That sounds stupid. Ain't nobody gonna listen to that. It sounds stupid. Ain't nobody gonna, like all those kinds of things. It's those things. Be kind to yourself. There is no magic, and nothing comes from, and nobody wants to hear from somebody who doesn't believe in themselves, who doesn't see themselves worth what they keep saying that they are. There's no magic in that. So watch what you say to yourself.
You're about to lose your family, your friends, those tools, everything you love.
But guess what? You are you, and you do have feelings. Bye. Yeah. So let that be known. Somebody wants me to read integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balance of symphony of life. So, bring it together, honey. You are you, and you do got feelings. That's kind of what makes you as a dynamic. It kind of comes together like that. We got Nay, and then we got Tanya, and then I gotta cook dinner, you all. Nay, somebody said you're learning discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Congratulations, me and you keep talking about that. So, looks like you're slowly but surely learning how to allow people in. That's as far as I'm gonna take it with you. You've got people, you know exactly where you want to let people go to. I like that. You know how to, you haven't quite learned the authority, but you've allowed your masculine to start kicking in. And I can live for that. I do like that. I love the way you're protecting yourself right now. Okay, give me a second. I'm on my last person, and then I'll get it. And then we got Tanya. Can you give me 1 second? Thank you.
That's it. Remember? Step back, please. In and out, crossover, step back, and shoot. That will cross the whole game.
No problem.
You get crashes, out you won't be able to control it anymore. And they can't control it. He can't stop it from scoring. Wait.
Tanya, somebody sent you a blessing in disguise, and you can't see it.
Step back.
Or you are calling it a blessing in disguise, and you're still not taking it. Some don't make any sense. You keep saying that you're not completely ready. This cleaned up card means like I don't have all my thises and that's in a row. You're gonna fuck around and miss an opportunity trying not to step into thinking that you gotta be completely rid of something to be stepping into something new. If your head and your heart is already there, go for it. If your head and your heart is already there, go for it. You were coming here looking for a message. You wanted something that told you that you were actually stepping out of a cycle. That's it. Is this your new beginning? It very well could be, but you wouldn't know if you don't go for it. And that scared shit ain't gonna work. So, take it for that. I had to get out of here, you all. I got dinner to cook. I will be back on here tomorrow for Wine and Win Wednesdays. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And like I always say, it is okay to love more than one person as long as one of them is you. I will see y'all tomorrow.